Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Tittle Tattle Tarot. It's Georgie. And on the table helping me today, I have the Shadowland Tarot. Um, hmm, I've been hearing about Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm just wondering about this tale that's come in about her in prison. I understand she's in federal prison, and there's a difference, isn't there, in America between federal prison and state prison? But I don't know what that is. I don't know whether federal prison is just a little bit softer? No, maybe that's not the word for it. It's different, isn't it? You tell me. You tell me the difference because I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to understand your prisons or anything like that. I'm a tarot reader, silly old tarot reader, so I don't know anything about your law. But I am going to look at this story. Now, yeah, she's obviously doing her time, and she's gone in there, I think, very much thinking that, oh, I'm a celebrity and your rules probably don't apply to me. And I think she's probably gone in there with a few airs and graces. I don't know that, but that's the impression that I kind of feel. And of course, celebrity means nothing in a prison. They have their own very much probably hierarchy, I would imagine, and anybody that has done the kind of deeds that Ghislaine Maxwell has done is probably going to be at the bottom of the food chain, no matter, how much of a celebrity she feels she is. So what's happened then? Well, she gets about $360 a month as an allowance in prison, and that buys her things, whatever she needs, she can get with that. But as far as I know, what's happened is I think she might be a vegetarian, or she might have a special need for her diet. I don't know quite what it is, but I get the feeling she's a vegetarian. And somebody in the kitchen has obviously been paid by her, I would have thought, just to save her some certain types of food, to make sure that she gets the food that she needs. So I think that she's paying somebody to do that out of her allowance, and it's been discovered by some women, and they basically tried to blackmail her, and they put it down in writing, unfortunately, and they said, well, basically we want X amount of your money for whatever we want it for, and it was just basically extortion. They wanted some of her money. And this is what happens. And instead of dealing with it herself, or, I don't know quite how you deal with these things. I've never been in prison, so I don't know quite how you deal with it. But what she did was probably the worst thing. She went straight to the jail staff and showed them the letter and said, look, they're blackmailing me. Sort it out, sort of thing. And so these women went into solitary confinement for 47 days, and they were in their cells for 23 hours a day. So, now she's made some enemies. So I'm going to pull a Celtic cross just on this situation, because I have a terrible feeling that this is a precursor to Ghislaine Maxwell being taken off this earth plane. So I feel that this all came out in the Daily Mail, and I think this is all just sort of the little feed of news that we get before we find out something dreadful's happened, and that she's gone the same way as Mr. E. So I just want to know what the cards say about all this. So I'm going to pull a Celtic cross just about this situation. So we're going to try and keep it as close to this situation as we can. Current energy on Ghislaine Maxwell and this bribery that she told about. So let's just pull this cross, and we'll talk about all the positions as soon as everything's out on the table. Okay, so let's go right to the very center of things. So this is going to color everything. Oh yes. The Six of Wands in reverse. She is greatly disliked in prison. The Six of Wands, the right way up, this is very much your celebration card, you're being applause. Oh, what a mighty fine person you are. Oh gosh, you know, everybody looks up to you. Mighty person. Oh gosh, you conquering hero, the big cheese, we all think you're wonderful. Well, no. This woman is I would say detested, absolutely detested in prison. So this is coloring. This is coloring the whole cross. Very much disliked. And what is crossing that? The high priestess in reverse. Well, yeah, high priestess in reverse. This is there's nothing that you can say about the high priestess in reverse that is good in any way. The high priestess up the right way is somebody who just understands the ways of the world, very knowledgeable. She deals with energy that is beyond this world. She sees things for the way they are, sees people for the way they are, and just has a knowledge about how the world works. The high priestess in reverse, this is a different creature. The high priestess in reverse is just out for herself. She is seen as a woman of very low morals. Now we're talking about a woman who was accused of child trafficking, and that is the kind of energy around the high priestess, this sort of bad sexual energy, very low morals, no morals. So yes, this is the way she's seen, and you know, it's not incorrect, is it? In the top, in the person's, in the prisoners' heads, everybody's heads around her, the star in reverse. The star the right way up, again, this would be the healing card, the person who's very much at the center of things, and the kindness card. No. Again, in reverse, this is not a healing card. This is a card that has bad energy. Pulling things down to the base level, not a caring card. This is what's all going on around her. This woman is detested, absolutely detested. It's very bad. And in the bottom, justice. Now, I don't see this as criminal justice. I see this as a justice within the prison. Prison has its own set of rules, doesn't it? And, you know, forgive me, I don't know our prison system over here in the UK, let alone yours in America. But I would imagine that the prisoners run the prison. I don't really think that the prison staff do. I think that this whole hierarchy and justice within the actual prison floor is done by the prisoners, and their idea of justice is really what runs the prison. They say who is accepted, who is not. They say who is at the top of the food chain and who is at the bottom. So, you know, this is underpinning everything. The justice of the women that she is in prison with, they run the rules. And she's just basically a very unimportant figure who is despised. Wow. Pentacles in reverse. Well, Pentacles, you know, you've got your money tree here, everything good, you know, having what you want. This is what she's had in the past, isn't it? This must be about the most spoilt woman on the planet, really. In the past, this is what she was, 10 of Pentacles, flying all over the place, you know, getting her helicopter license, you know, getting anything she wanted, any furs, any jewels, anything she could have. This 10 of Pentacles, it doesn't get more lavish than that. You've got everything. Well, no, it's all gone, hasn't it? This is like the recent past, what has happened. She's gone into prison. That way of life is dead to her. She'll never be that 10 of Pentacles again. There is money, but you know, the amount that she can have, $350 a month, is it? Well, whatever it is, you know, it's a pittance for her, isn't it? But then she's got nothing to spend it on anyway, really, has she? And, you know, the near future is people bullying her. Poor Ghislaine. Well, I'm not sorry for her. I don't think you're particularly sorry for her either. But this 5 of Swords, this is the energy of, I'm going to take from you. Look how this fat, greedy crow has taken from these little ones. And this is the kind of energy that she's going to be around in prison. You'll have women who will take advantage, who will blackmail her, as in this has happened, because she's very much a little crow. She's not important, no matter how much she thinks that I'm Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, she's not in there. She's one of the bottom feeders, isn't she? She's basically a child abuser and a trafficker, and you don't get much lower than that. So she's going to be prey to these big figures. And these are big figures, gang women, and they have their gangs, and they're going to prey on her. So this is the near future, the way things are going, and they're going. This is what's happening. And then we have the cups in the reverse. This is coming up the outside. So, more of what we're seeing within that prison atmosphere, the cups in reverse. She's got no one around her that is in her circle. She's got people that are taking advantage of her, and probably people that she pays to get a little bit more food, but nobody likes her. The Three of Cups the right way up. This is your person. This would be Ghislaine in the middle, and she would have, a group of people around her who supported her and cared for her. She would have her own little gang, if you like, which she hasn't. She hasn't. It all comes down to money. She can pay to get a few little luxuries, like a bit of extra food, and she can pay so that somebody doesn't beat her up, maybe. But nobody likes her. Nobody wants to be around her, but they want her money. So this is very much the cups in reverse. There's no caring for her. All the cups, all the passion. There's no emotional care for this woman. People can't stand her. And what is the actual general feeling around her? It's fighting. They see her as a disruptive influence. Look, she's gone and she's told about these women who are blackmailing her, and that has to be one of the number one no-nos, doesn't it? To do that, to actually turn around to the prison staff and say, oh, look at this letter, look, I'm being blackmailed. It's got to be one of the worst things. And this is like this fighting card. And this I see is, now the atmosphere within that prison must be extremely agitated, extremely aggressive, I would say, towards her. So we've got the Empress in reverse here. This is what she is. The Empress in reverse is, again, this vile feminine, the vile feminine, who is not your nurturing, caring, to be honest with you, this kind of Empress wouldn't be in prison unless she'd been wrongly convicted of something. This kind of Empress would not be in prison. She's too gracious, too kind, too loving. This figure would not be in prison, but this one certainly would be, and she is. All the things that she did, all the way that she used her sexuality. The Empress in reverse is very much, a sexuality card, and using your feminine wiles in bad ways, which she did. And this is the way she's seen. She's just seen as that kind of woman, a woman who abused young girls, which she did. And then again, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse at the top. This is all down to money, all down to money. Money was her savior, wasn't it? She was so rich, had whatever she wanted. Well, now, the money in the prison, this is what's causing her so much trouble now, because she's being blackmailed. People want her money. And, it's causing her an awful lot of trouble. Now, I want to know whether this is like the energy now at the moment, very disruptive, very hateful energy around Ghislaine. Now, this is a horrible question, but I want to know whether this is all leading up to us hearing that something has happened, because they keep saying, oh, she's got protection, that the prison staff are protecting her. Really? Do they do that? I can't see that they do. It's can they spare staff to just walk around with this woman? Well, I don't think so. The world in reverse. No, that's a no card. World in reverse. No, that she hasn't got protection. I mean, she's probably in her cell most of the time for her own protection. So she's probably more in like a kind of, I don't know whether she's in solitary yet or whether they'll move her. But you know, the world in reverse. No, she hasn't got a prison staff, you know, escorting her to the lavatory, escorting her to the shower rooms, or anything like that. You know, I'm sure they keep a bit of an eye out, but she hasn't got an armed escort. It's nothing like that. So she's on her own. She's on her own, I believe, from this. So come on then, tell me about what is going to happen. What is going to happen? Just let me see what the cards come up with. Three of Pentacles. It's not working together. The Three of Pentacles upright, you know, this would be just everyone working together to bring this all to a smooth conclusion. No, it's not. It's not. I think she's staying where she is for the moment. They're talking about moving her in solitary, but at the moment she's not. If it was this way up, I'd say, oh, you know, everybody's working to get her away from there, to move her on, you know, to make sure she's safe, get her in a different prison. But it's stopped. It's slow. It's sluggish. She's not being moved at the moment. So what will be the next thing? You know, what are we being told here? What are we being told? Two of Pentacles. All a bit of a juggling act at the moment. I think this is all getting this story out there. Listen to this. Let me tell you about what's happening. Oh my God, she's done what? You know, and this is the press. Oh, well, you know, she's being blackmailed. Oh, should she have gone to the prison authorities? Shouldn't she? Oh, you know, you'll have your people, oh dear, this is dreadful. The other people, you know, you have all this sort of juggling around this. But getting it out there, getting the story out there. So why? What's coming next? What is coming next in this tale? What is coming next? I think most of us think she gets what she deserves. You know, this is the Four of Cups. And look at this cat looking up at, you know, thinking about things. It's saying, I can't be bothered. That's really the whole thing with this cat. And it's the same with you know, the typical rider weight, the figurine that's being offered something, and oh, I can't be bothered with that. And this is basically what people think. I mean, I'm doing a reading on this, but I'm thinking, really I can't be bothered with this. The woman is there because she did some vile things, and now, you know, this is what happens. You know, fate comes back and bites you. And you know, am I bothered? I'm not bothered. But, you know, where are we going to go with this? Ace of Swords in reverse. This is a no situation. This is something bad. When it's up the right way, this is like justice. This is legal justice. Things being good and right and everything is legally done. This would be you know, the right procedure, I's dotted, T's crossed, everything legally done properly. This is illegal, not done properly, done badly. This makes me think that justice will be taken into the hands of the people in the prison. These two are like poking out. I'm going to go for that one there. A big burden. A huge burden, and come on then. Ace of Cups, emotion coming out. I think we are being prepared for the fact that justice is going to be done in this prison. We got the justice card earlier, that the rights of this are going to be taken into the hands of the wrong person. You know, the wrong people are going to deal out justice on this. It's going to be a huge burden for, you know, for Ghislaine Maxwell. It's going to be a huge burden for the prison system as well. Ace of Cups in reverse, the emotion of this, everything pouring out. These are not good cards. These are not good cards at all. Very dark energy, this final row here. very dark energy. Three of Swords. I think Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be attacked over this. Oh dear. I don't think it's going to be she's committed suicide. She is going to be attacked in some way. I just feel very strongly about that. And then having this ace, this Three of Swords, the swords through the heart. This is almost like being trapped and being trapped and attacked in the Three of Swords. Let me just go right to the very heart of the matter on this. Right to the heart of the matter. What have we got? Heart of the matter. Queen of Pentacles, all over money. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, all over money. Yeah, I think that she's hoping that she's going to be moved out of this prison. Queen of Pentacles, her money is not helping her in there. It might help her, if she wants a little bit of extra food from the kitchen. But basically, people are flocking to her to try and extort money from her. So this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, she's very, very, very vulnerable. She isn't grounded at the moment, and she's being blackmailed left, right, and center. And this is her looking out, send me to another prison, even put me in confinement, looking out, waiting for my ship to come in to move me. This is her here, trying to like wait for something good to come to her. Is not going to come. They're going to keep her where she is for the moment, and in between now and her being moved, I think that she will be attacked. Three of Swords. This is swords through the heart. It would not surprise me if I'm not saying that that she would die, but this could be like a stabbing within the prison. This could be just some very bad situation that's going to happen. And I think this is all just the tale leading up to some violence. But I don't see it as suicide. I see it as an attack. Let me know what you think. I'm just purely reading the energy of these cards. I'm just going along with exactly what they've said. And I would like to know what you know about federal prison and state prison, what you know perhaps about solitary confinement and the possibility of, an escorted protection, officer looking after you in prison. I don't believe that's happening. I believe that Ghislaine is throwing everything behind wanting to be moved, but I think they're going to be too slow in doing that, and this attack will happen. This attack will happen while they're waiting to move her. We've got this fighting energy here. We had that greedy crows, didn't we? And taking justice into your own hands. Yeah. I will be keeping an eye out and seeing what happens next. Please let me know what you think, but I see an attack on her coming shortly. Let's see. You take care. Bye-bye.